Alright people, it's your boy Michael O. I'm back with another motherfucking video. This is another track and field reaction video that I've never seen in my life. Did you know that Michael Johnson and Carl Lewis used to be racing? I figure we should know that, but I never knew that. So today we're going to watch Carl Lewis versus Michael Johnson at the 1995 Prefontine Classic down in Oregon. We're going to see who's the best. Carl, he's 6 years older than Michael at this point. Carl, 100-meter champion, 200-meter champion, long jump champion. Michael Johnson, he becomes the 400-meter world record. He becomes world record holder, let me say that. The 200-meter world record holder. So this actually is like, these boys should be going at it. So let's get into it. Let's see what the hell happens when Michael Johnson and Carl Lewis raced at the Prefontine Classic. I'm gonna let you know this is gonna be a longer video. It shows everything that was broadcasted, so I'll try to cut it down, but we're gonna be hearing some of the backstory on what was going on in these boys' lives. And I'm just gonna pause it, say whatever I got to say. So let's get right into it. Oh, not that. Bring me back, take that away.
And the feature race of the afternoon, 200 meters, a guy named Carl Lewis and a guy named Michael Johnson.
And it's a classic track matchup. You have Carl Lewis, I think the greatest 100-meter runner of all time, moving up to 200 meters. You have Michael Johnson, the man we may yet call the greatest 400-meter runner of all time, moving down to 200 meters. It's going to be a great race.
Let's introduce you to two other members of our commentary team. First, the world record holder in the long jump, Mike Powell.
Thanks, Vern. I know Carl Lewis and Michael Johnson very well. I've competed against Carl Lewis many times on the long jump, and I know all about the intensity of Michael Johnson. At age 33, Carl Lewis has been written off by many, especially after dismal performances at the Mount Sac relays and the Drake relays. But after running a very impressive time at the New York Games 2 weeks ago, I'm sure he has renewed confidence. Michael Johnson, on the other hand, had a great indoor season. He's also run the fastest outdoors time this year in the 200 meters, and he's had great training. He told me himself that he would like to run a very fast time today and get a chance to compete in one of the best 200 meter runs of all time, and maybe prove himself as being one.
He doesn't look that athletic in this film or in this suit, but that boy was a monster at long
95. And we look forward to the matchup. Carl Lewis will be racing Michael Johnson in the 200-meter race.
Check the stats.
That'll be the final race of the night. You all know Carl.
8 Olympic gold medals, 8 world championship medals, former 100-meter dash world record holder at 9.86, and former American record holder at 1975. You know what's crazy? Now I be seeing boys in college damn near running a 1975, but at one point that was the American record. That is brazy. Let's get back to it.
Lewis, from his many accomplishments, let's spend a moment with it.
We might have to skip this part.
He is starting to gray
He got
now.
a little graze.
Perhaps the only concession Carl Lewis
He was
has
getting
ever
grazed at
made to
33?
time. In 4 weeks, one of the greatest Olympians in history will turn 34. And some wonder if Lewis's
was stressing
best
that
days
boy the
are
hell
only
out.
a memory.
And that's disrespectful.
For many years now, 5 or 6 years, have said Carl's finished every year. That's kind of the ongoing thing.
Some thought that the 2 golds he collected in the 1988 Olympics in Seoul might be Lewis's last hurrah. King Carl was supposed to be dethroned 4 years later in Barcelona. Instead, he brought home 2 more golds. A car accident and illness caused a slump in Carl Lewis terms in recent years. Reports of his demise have resurfaced.
I would not count him out. I would never bet against Carl. He is too much of a competitor.
Especially in big meets. And the biggest meet of them all, the Olympics, is 1 year away in Atlanta. With an astonishing 8 gold medals, Lewis needs only 2 more to match the all-time record for Olympic golds.
All right, we're skipping this.
I guess obviously a major sense of pride. I feel very good about being able to achieve it. And just
Love you, Carl, but don't give it.
2 left in the tank.
Ooh,
And his
way too long.
93 Lausanne. I happened to be there, so I know Carl can definitely rise to the occasion.
Mike, let me give
Look
you a
at that
pop quiz
practice
live
track.
on the air.
Okay.
Carl
That shit
Lewis,
look
what's the
poppin'.
first thing that comes to your mind?
Johnson
Mike
is
Johnson.
attempting to become the first man to win both the 200 and 400 meters in the same meet at either the World
Hey, that boy had
Championships
crazy
this summer
form.
or at the Olympics
I
next
feel
year.
like he was doing everything that your coach tells you not to do.
Things
And
that
he was
no one else
smashing.
has done before.
Like, he didn't have no knee drive. His arms weren't
A
crazy.
sweep of the 200
But that
and
boy was
400 offered Johnson
going
redemption.
crazy.
At the Barcelona Olympics, food poisoning weakened Johnson, and he failed to qualify for an individual final. But Johnson may be foiled
He
at
was
the
out
Olympics
there
again.
eating burritos.
The schedule for the Atlanta Games will not allow him to pursue the
He
prestigious
got
double.
fucked up.
I would just hate to have to sit on the sideline and
Yeah, we all would. Let's get it.
The adjustment isn't large enough yet. They're going to have to make the finals on different days.
Well, Michael, I know him very well. He's a very determined and focused.
Michael.
To pull that back, but I really feel it's a totally
Hey,
different
they were
situation.
really trying to promo this.
Here we are before the national
That's
championships. I did start the season later, but I do feel I'm running very well, and I could win any race that I step on the track right now.
I think that the only way to beat me is catch me
can't
on
do
a bad day. I feel that confident in my ability that
Olympic competition, 8
Uh-oh.
gold medals
Look at-
in
look at
World
that suit.
Championship competition.
World Championships are scheduled for Gothenburg, Sweden in August, or Göteborg if you're from Scandinavian background. And the lane assignments for the men's 200 meter. In lane 1, Brian Lewis, Marcel Carter.
we
Lane
getting
2,
into
John
it.
Drummond is doubling
They're
in this
in-
event, or rather
They're
in this
lane to lane.
track meet.
Johnson on the
Brandon
inside,
100.
Lewis on the
Kevin
outside.
Little in lane 4, Johnson in 5, Lewis in 6, Brian Bridgewater.
That's
in lane
Teddy
7,
Bridgewater's
Dino
father,
Napier
Brian Bridgewater.
runs in lane 8.
I just made that up, but you never
Michael
know.
Johnson likes to run a little bit more in the inside in the 200 meters. He doesn't mind running in 3, 4, or 5. He likes to look up ahead of someone. Lewis, who has the longer stride, likes to be towards the
Hey,
outside.
that boy,
6 or
his
7.
shorts are too short.
Feels
He
he
got
can
some
run his own
coochie
race
cutters
out
on.
there.
And he a grown man. Wearing
Michael
coochie
Johnson
cutters.
says he's won 2 of 3 races over Carl Lewis. The one in
lying.
dispute was a prelim.
Track world doesn't
All right,
usually
let's get
count
it.
the prelim, so they're really 1-in-1 lifetime.
Ooh!
Michael Johnson feels he wants to get out quickly.
Oh, yeah,
around
he
this
got out
turn
on
and
him.
move up
I think Michael
alongside
Johnson's
of
about to
Carl
win.
Lewis, and
He
he's
ate
doing it
Carl.
right now.
He gassed him.
Strong run in the curve. Here's Johnson off the break.
Oh,
He's got a
yeah,
lead
Michael
in the
Johnson
yard.
just
Lewis
gassed on
moving up the
everybody.
outside.
Lewis picked them knees up trying to get him, but it's too late. Boom. What's the time?
20.15 unofficially, a race reminiscent of his world championship victory in 1991 when he also ran against a strong wind
Carl Lewis
and
is
recorded
pissed.
a time right around 20 seconds.
He gave him a little dap
I think
and
with a
just walked
tailing
off.
wind, that would have been down towards the world record.
No dap
That was
right
not
there.
just another race for Michael Johnson.
What was the guy saying
He
about
says
a
when
world
he's
record?
in top form as he is in now, there are no zones for this 200 meters. It's all out, all the way, and he uses his 400 meter speed to carry him to the finish. Lewis is the fastest 100-meter runner. You would think he could get out quickly, hold off Michael Johnson around the first turn. But what an amazing curve Michael Johnson ran. He had the lead well before they came to the straightaway, and it really was game over at that point. Lewis finishes well in every race he runs, especially the 200 meters, but you can't give up so much to Michael Johnson, the man who right now is the dominant 400-meter runner in the world. You know he's not going to crumble. He's not going to get tired. Lewis starts to come on him a little bit towards the end, but Johnson responds well all the way to the finish line.
And then Carl tried to act like he was hurt or something.
Well, now it's officially 2-1. Michael Johnson is the victor at a time of 20.15.
Hey, they were running slow this day.
Second at 20.47.
20.47 at a pro meet.
Right now, let's go to Mike Powell.
Michael Johnson, 20.15. I know your standards are high. What do you think about your race today?
20.15 is all right.
I felt good. I just wanted to work on some
2040
things.
and
I'm happy
2060.
with the time. I think we were running
It's
against a
slow.
little wind. So I'm extremely pleased with it.
Well, you know, there's a lot
You
of
should have said,
pre-race
yeah, I
hype
won. I beat
with the
Carl
match between
Lewis, so
you
I'm
and Carl.
happy.
Do you think it was a distraction, or did it allow you to focus in?
I don't think it was either one. I just go in the race. The other 7 people in the race are just people that are trying to prevent me from getting what I want. So I don't see any faces or names when I get in there.
Hey, he talking shit.
Thanks a lot.
Anybody who's
Michelle?
in the race,
All right, thanks.
they just in the
Carl
way.
Lewis. You really thought you could win this
They
race
just
today,
in
but
the
you
way.
had an excellent field of competition.
Well, yeah, he did. I did feel I can win, and I still feel good about my race. I'm still not running the top of first 100 meters. I need to. But as we can see, I can still match anybody on the home stretch. Michael's a great sprinter. He ran a great race today. But this isn't the last one.
Yeah, and you're preparing for Nationals and
Carl's
Worlds
like,
coming up this summer.
I did
How
all
does
right.
this help
I'm going to take it.
It helps quite a bit.
I'll be back.
I started training the end of January when a lot of these guys were already running meets. So I'm coming around slower than them, but I feel that I'll be ready a couple of weeks, and then I need to be in August.
We're looking forward to it. Thanks, sir.
You will see me.
Vern?
All right, Michelle, let's go back, Craig Massback, and take a look at the race.
You see Lewis third from the left of the screen, Johnson fourth from the left of the screen.
Johnson just got out.
This was the difference. The first 100 meters, Carl analyzed it himself. He's not getting out quickly enough.
And is anyone else
Johnson ran with a vengeance
Is that
around
a white
the
boy?
turn, and when it came to the straightaway, Carl closed with his characteristic
I think that
finish.
is a white dude.
But Michael Johnson, the style that looks a little funny, but scientists have proven is the best in the world, proves he is the best in the world at the 200 meters right now.
Craig, we talked with Mike Powell about his assessment of Michael Johnson's chances of winning both the 2 and the 4. What do you think?
I think he has an excellent chance to do it. He feels he can dominate.
Hey, when did Michael Johnson win the 2 and the 4? At the 96 Olympics?
I think he's a little bit more vulnerable in the 200.
He broke both of the world records
the 200
or something? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I never knew that these boys was racing head-to-head. We just watched that one. I'm tired as hell. This is the end of this video, so we're going to watch another one later. Follow me at Limitless Mike on everything, on Instagram, on TikTok, on everything. We're going to come back, watch more races. We're going to watch some boxing matches. I'm going to give you guys my commentary, all that shit. Peace. Have a blessed day. Go call your mom. Tell your mom you love her. Kiss your girlfriend. Tell your bro that he's amazing. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.